for, or what are you missing with your current brokerage?
Oh, yeah. You know what I'm looking for? I'm really looking for like a 90% commission split or higher, and I need leads. Like my broker doesn't give me any leads right now.
Okay. And let me ask you, why is 99% split important to you if you're looking for, business to be handed to you? Where does that come from?
Well, I'm an awesome agent. I mean, I've built a brand. I have a name around this town, and so people want to work with me, and I feel like you should pay me to be a part of your organization.
Okay. So if we're going down the rabbit hole here. So if you're that great, you have this brand, why do you need more leads? If everyone knows you, why are you looking for leads? Why is that important for you?
Yeah, because I want to just keep growing.
Okay. Well, are you open to tools that can help you grow as opposed to business or leads being thrown your way?
I would prefer to just have the leads because I don't want to take the time to learn new tools and things. I just want to work and make more money.
Gotcha. Totally understand. Well, then we're going to probably be at an impasse because, typically that's not the culture that we have here in the Wilson Group. I can definitely help you with growing your business and staying. But I want to make sure the expectation is that there's going to be a different mindset with the Wilson Group.
Okay. Do you see what Reed did there? He knows his standards. He knows what his organization is about. I was being a jerk. He's going to let me go, even though I'm a top producer.
Yeah.
Is that going to impact his organization as a whole? What will it do? Let me rephrase the question. What would it do if he brought an agent in who was of that nature that didn't fit in to the standard of the organization?
Chaos.
Chaos, right?
Yeah.
Disrupt the culture.
It disrupts the culture. So even if you could, so let's say that Reed is in a position where he's a top broker in his area. He can do whatever he wants. He could give me a 90% split and throw leads at me. He can afford that. He would get more market share because I was a top producer. It could be great, right? He understands what I'm asking for. He has the ability to give it to me. He needs to also adhere to his own standard. So good job, Reed. I see a chat. Jake, it puts profit over people. Yeah, you can't do that, right? So adhering to your own standards is super, super important. You don't want to disrupt your culture. So how do you identify the right talent? I have some ideas here, and I would love to also hear from you on what are you doing that's working versus what have you done that maybe doesn't work. So you can pull a broker metrics report, right? You can pull up the MLS, find out who's selling the most, who's selling the least, who might need work, whose numbers are up last year or down from last year. You can pull your own agents. So I always encourage this, asking your agents, who are they working with who they're really enjoying? Who seems like they would fit in with the culture of our organization? Who would you love to work more with? Like, who would you love to have around in the office, right? What else are you guys doing that's working? Or what specifically have you done in the past that doesn't work when it comes to identifying the right talent?
Well, for me, I'll just say, for me, obviously we're just kind of starting to put a system in place for recruiting, but I find that works good for me is like people and friends that I'm friends with on social media. It's that, that's that relationship. It's not the recruiting part of it. Like I've already got somewhat of a relationship with some of those people. And then that way I can kind of take the friends or the friends that I know on Facebook and watch their business through a broker metrics or something like that. So I find having that, some warm greeting or warm relationship helps a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So are you already friends with people on social media as you're growing this relationship, or do you actively become friends? Like maybe you would friend request an agent who you know is in your market and then kind of get to know them that way?
Yep. Yeah. So it's kind of a both. So there are friends or people that I know that I would love to have in a company. So a friend requests them, and then we just kind of, build a relationship via social media. And then that way you kind of get to know them a little bit. You see what they're doing. Like, for example, there's one that I see that how she takes care of her clients. I see the experience that she provides her clients. I see her work ethic. I see that she's actually having closings. So I can kind of see that versus, okay, well, they don't ever do any real estate. Maybe I don't need to waste my time with that person.
True. Or what if there's an agent who, this is just theoretical, but who closes a lot of houses, but never posts about it on social media?
Yeah.
That might open the door for a conversation to you, right? Like, hey, you never post your business stuff on social media. What are you doing that works? And just, it opens the door for a conversation, because
Right.
ultimately, remember, we're relationship building. What are we doing if we just pull a broker metrics report and call based on numbers?
You might not be taking into account potential. So if you actually have that conversation and start the relationship and ask the questions, you might be able to identify their pain point, see where you can help them, and if they have the potential, get them to where you want them to be.
Yeah. And also, if you're just pulling based on numbers, you have no idea about the agent, are you really relationship building at that point? Or are you recruiting? So if you're pulling numbers and you're making calls based on that, because sometimes I encourage people to do that. If you're doing that, you need to focus, make sure that your conversation is based around getting to know the agent to see if they're a good fit first, right? So how do you get in front of them? Now that we know a little bit how to identify, we're relationship building, we're not recruiting, how do we get in front of them? Who has the magic answer for this? Reed said social media. What else are we doing to get in front of the agents that are out there?
Go where they are.
Where are they?
Brokers opens, possibly networking events, depending on where you are in the United States, or virtual events. I mean, there's virtual CE and as well.
Yeah, Susan said events. That's right, totally right. Anywhere that they are, right? If you know that your board is hosting something, some sort of class or an evening event even, I know my local board, they'll sometimes do like a cook-off virtually over Zoom. They've done a few different fundraisers over Zoom. And so participating in all of those, right? Making your presence known to the community that we serve. What are some other options?
I just posted this, but I'm all about flooding the market with value, and if you're looking to attract top or producing agents, and let's just say a $5 million producer, you got to put yourself in their shoes. What are they likely struggling with? What are their pain points? Whether it's time management, riding the real estate roller coaster, no systems, maybe they got to 5 million just based on their likability and influence, but not really having that CEO mindset. I think then being able to position yourself as the solution, the painkiller by, doing what we're doing right here. There's some guests on here right now because we know the pains that broker owners go through: growth, retention, profitability, right? Getting out of production. We're doing exactly what we're asking you guys to do, basically.
So how can you get in front of them to ask the questions and to figure out their pain points? Like we're teaching, we teach classes, right? We're here, we're offering value. It's for you, we're giving back to the community. What are some ways in which you as a broker or a leader could give back to the community of agents? Can you teach a class or offer some sort of event for them rather than going to events that are already being held?
Yeah, neutral business planning clinic would be a common one right now. Where is their broker hosting their own business planning workshop? Probably not, maybe not. And if you put that on in a neutral site, there's an opportunity for you to win that mind share and create the relationship as a person who's valuable. And maybe next time when you call them, they will pick up.
Absolutely. And we have like Reed and Angelina, you guys are partnered with us, so we've got the agent action plan, right? Walking them through that right now. It's a great time of year to do that. Any kind of business planning clinic really is an awesome event to hold. So what questions should we be asking? These are just some samples, right? What else are you asking when you're going to these meetings with these agents? I see that you've had a great year. Congratulations. I know that acquiring success leaves clues, right? Success leaves clues. So tell me, is there anything that has shaped your success so far, right? What is one area of your business that you feel you excel in? What do you feel you could use guidance with? In 3 years, what would your business look like if you had a crystal ball? Did any of these questions sound like, hey, what's lacking in at your current brokerage? Hey, what doesn't your broker currently offer? Do these questions sound like that? What does the next level of success look like to you? Yeah, good. What is the difference between a question like Jake just posted, what does the next level of success look like for you, versus the question that every broker in every recruiting meeting asks, which is, what don't you have at your current brokerage that you wish you had? What's the difference between the two of those?
It's
Well, the
about
sets me
us,
apart.
not the brokerage.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that?
I said it's more about them and not the brokerage.
Mm-hmm. Reed, what were you saying?
I was like, it sets you apart to some degree. If everyone's asking the same exact question, this shows, it sets you apart that you actually care about them, like Kevin just said.
Yeah, right. I mean, we all were agents at one point before we were brokers, right? And so I'm sure that you've been on recruiting appointments where the broker asks you, what could your current broker do better? That's like I don't know why. That's what a lot of brokers go into meetings like that. Instead of focusing on their current broker or what's lacking, focus on the agent and what they could be, and what success looks like to them. You're still going to hear the same thing, right? They'll probably give you the same exact answer, but it's a different question. You're staying positive. You're future pacing. You're putting yourself in their mindset of their future without even knowing it, right? You're not even doing it on purpose. Subconsciously now, they're sitting in front of you, talking with you about their future. Who knows if their current broker is having that conversation?
Can I add something there, Kristen?
Yeah.
And I would never ask a question like that. I hate that question that you don't know the answer to, because what if they came back and said, nothing, I love my current broker. Like you, and it focuses on the negative. And if you want to see somebody go down a victim mentality path, ask that question. I'm not sure that that's the person you want to recruit, and you're setting them up for failure by asking a question that's like, what are you not getting? Oh, how much time do you have? Right? Instead of being in solution mode, like you said, looking towards the future. And frankly, as professionals here, I don't know that we want to get in that why I'm better, why they're worse. Like, forget that, guys. Every company's got its own great value propositions. I think that's just a really scary place to go.
I agree. And it's just not, if you're relationship building instead of recruiting, that's just not the mindset that you want to be in, right? Okay, so what to observe while you're meeting with these agents? Do the agent's responses align with your brokerage's culture and mission? First things first, right? You can tell right away if this agent is in alignment with who you are and who your organization is. If they are, awesome. Are they smiling? If they're not smiling, what's wrong? They're either super nervous, right? Yeah, Nathan, stop competing and start being. Exactly, because we're attracting. We're not recruiting, we're attracting. It's like a magnet. So, are they smiling? The body language counts, right? If you, if the agent or person you're meeting with is not smiling, or maybe they have their arms crossed, or they're looking away, it helps to mirror and match them, right? I know you probably all know all about this, but if you're mirror matching the people who you're meeting with, it makes them more comfortable. So, are the responses affiliated with a positive mentality or negative? This is what Jake was just saying. You don't necessarily want an agent to join your organization who's a victim. Well, the reason I only sold 4 houses last year is because my broker didn't hold any meetings after COVID came, like as if any of us are gonna die. I mean, right? Forget about it. Nobody needs that agent. Get out of here. Are they positive or are they negative? Bottom line, recruiting is actually a mindset, not an activity or event. If you go into it with a relationship building mindset, dictates your energy, the questions you ask, the culture you create. Yeah, dude. Are they making eye contact? So all of this is body language, right? Body language, mindset, mentality. Are they talent? Are they the right fit for you? So now every box is checked. You found an agent, they fit the bill, they're talent, they seem to jive with you, they would fit well within your organization. How do you present your own unique value proposition? Who knows what a value proposition is? Who wants to share their value proposition with the group? Your offer. What do you mean, Mark? Your offer.
Mute myself. Sorry, I was on mute.
That's okay.
I would say, I mean, we all have these offer messages that we need. Our agents have offer messages they need to make to their potential clients or even their current clients, right? So, I mean, even if we broke down really an offer, if you consider the offers that we hear all the time, let's think about 15 minutes can save you 15% or more. An offer that everybody know. I don't even have to tell you what company it is. You already know it, right? Because the offer's made, and it's made over and over and over again. And that's what is compelling enough to people to pick up the phone and see if they can save 15% or more, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we as brokers also need to have an offer to those agents that we're trying to attract. And it has to be simple, it has to be to the point, and it can't be, well, we're better than everybody else because of this. Nobody cares. What they care about is what is it that you offer, what's in it for them, right? So the way we put it out to everybody is, look, run your business as you see fit, as you're currently running your business. You just get to keep more of your money. How does that sound? Right? It's not chimey like 15 minutes can save you 15 minutes or more, or 15% or more. But at the same time, it's simple and to the point. Run your business the way you're running it now. We offer everything else, everything that every other brokerage offers. We're just going to let you keep more of your money.
Who can say no to that?
It's really what it comes down to.
Who else has a tagline or like an elevator pitch? That's your elevator pitch, Mark.
Sure.
Yeah. Who else has a good one?
At the risk of over participating, can I share something?
I like it. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't want to be that guy. I'm sorry, everybody. Not really. So anyways, anytime we talk about this, it makes me think of Simon Sinek. Who out there knows who Simon Sinek is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of you. What does he say? Look at YouTube, type in the golden circle. And in that video from a TED Talk, he says, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So to me, unique value proposition. Is it in fact unique? Is it in fact value to the end person? And is it really a compelling proposition that would lead somebody to take action? And so a lot of them, and it's not right or wrong, Mark, what you just said is beautiful, right? It works if that works for you. And yet I would encourage everybody to think through that question around leading with the why we do what we do first, and then all the features and benefits. That's where all the what comes in, because if you play the pricing game, there's always somebody willing to do it cheaper. And from my experience recruiting hundreds of agents, the same reason that they join you when I was doing it wrong is the same reason they left me, right? But when I started leading with the why and who we are and how we operate and what our vision and mission is, there's a sticky factor that isn't wrapped up in splits and guaranteed leads and all the other things that I get. Does that make sense? So I just want to put that out there. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it, and consider working that into your elevator speech around the why you do what you do first.
Absolutely. So I think this is the end of my PowerPoint, and then permission with you guys to work a little with you. Yeah. I'm going to challenge each of you now to take a minute, just 1 minute, and write down, if you don't already know and you haven't already thought about it, who is the ideal agent at your organization? What does that person look like? What do they act like? Who is that ideal agent? How much do they sell? Does that matter to you? What matters to you as the leader of your organization? Who is your ideal agent? And once you have some clarity around that, just give me a thumbs up. And it doesn't have to be a $10 million or $20 million producer, right? Remember, your ideal agent is someone that you are comfortable building a relationship with, someone that you can grow. Does anyone want to share? Mark, who's your ideal agent?
My ideal agent sells a minimum of $2 million a year. They are kind of in the middle of their career. They're not brand new, and they're not those people limping out of the business. We're looking for people who are energetic, young, have that just kind of fire inside them, that want to run their business and need the support from us, but also want us out of their way. And what I mean by that is I work for brokerages who told us that we had to charge a certain amount to every client, of course, because it, works for their bottom line. But, we're out of their way unless they need us, right? We're there for marketing, we're there for support, we're there for legal, whatever they need. But at the same time, I want people that are going to be self-starters and run their business as they see fit, and lean on us for those things that they need.
Awesome. Angelina, who's your ideal agent?
My agents, we're very relationship based at our brokerage. So they have to have a coachable heart. They have to be committed to our core values, which is serving others, building long-term relationships, and executing our fundamentals well. And they just really have to be willing to learn and do their job and be driven. And that's kind of what we look for.
Okay. Bryce, who's your ideal agent?
Basically, I'm a little bit different than Mark. I'm not as interested in the people that are producing, but people who I can help produce more. Good attitude, things like that. It's kind of where I'm passionate about, is the taking people who are closing maybe 2 to 5 deals a year, maybe 1 year in the business, that just need an extra push, maybe aren't getting support where they're at. And yeah, it'd be nice for me to take some people that have closed 2 deals last year and to close 20 this year. So
Awesome. So do you see how I just asked 3 different brokers who are all excellent brokers, who their ideal agent is, and they're all different, right? So this is why it's so important not to recruit. It's so important to relationship build, because these are 3 different types of agents that you're building relationships with. And Mark's not going to want to recruit someone that Bryce is building a relationship with, because that person needs more hand-holding, And same thing with Angelina's more focused on culture, right? So it's 3 totally different focuses. We have an ideal agent at the locker room. Jake, you can share Amber if you want to. I know you want to.
Let me see if you gave me screen share abilities here. And by the way, yay, can everybody see this? Kristen, can you see that?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, those of you with Locker Room right now, we have an exercise, a legitimate exercise that we take you with if you're a broker partner of ours, and it will spit out an avatar just like this. I have no idea who this person is. It's just we called her Amber the realtor. And we came up with all of the things that we appreciate or look for in our ideal agent client, especially when it comes to our focus, which is largely the blue ocean, the 97% of NAR who sells 24 or fewer homes per year, and or agents who are within their first 2 years of the business. So we created this generic avatar profile about all of her interests, where she hangs out, her age, maybe even her career background. This is very targeted. Now, it's not to say we won't work with anybody who doesn't fit the profile of Amber Realtor, but man, if we're going to spend time and energy and money recruiting, AKA relationship building, I'm going after the Amber Realtor profile here. And each and every one of you could come up with a similar avatar for yourselves.
In fact, if you want me to share this with you, drop your email in the chat and I will make sure that we send it to you, and then you can create your own.
Yep.
Okay, Cool. So now you know who your ideal agent is. You at least have an idea in your mind, right? So based on that, let's talk about your value proposition and how that can help, how that brings value to your ideal agent. So take a minute and think about, what do I do differently as a leader in our industry that other brokers might not do? Or what sets me apart? What is my mission in this industry? Is it to grow a culture of agents who are selfless, who are giving back? Is it to grow and expand into other parts of my state? Is it to be profitable enough to fund a nonprofit? Everyone has a different reason why they're in this business, and everyone has a different value proposition to bring to their agents. So take a minute, think about your value proposition, and then I would love if 3 people could share what their value proposition is and how that can help their ideal agent. Reed, I want you to share. Oh, you're muted.
Is it because you know mine's a screensaver on my laptop and you know it's just readily available?
I don't know who your coach is, but you've got a really killer value prop.
So for me, and well, whenever you're ready, I can go now. Or I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so for me, I mean, we did this exercise a few weeks ago, and it really kind of helped pinpoint, as opposed to casting a wide net, really focusing on who I really want. You know, like you said, there's a big mix of things. I'm looking for people that are 8 to 10 transactions a year. I really want people that I can help grow to the 10 to 15, 15 to 20, and really coachable. I want them to be able to coachable. I look for people that participate in what we have to offer. As far as value proposition, it's me, baby. Like I am it. Like I'm the biggest cheerleader for them. And I know that. So like Nathan said, I'm not competing with anyone. I'm out here to dominate. And that's my philosophy. For me, I want to be able to grow a business that allows us to be profitable, to grow, that allows me to just be in the background and coaching those agents to grow their business. And that for me is my passion.
I love it. It fires me up.
Yeah.
Does anyone else want to share? 2 more. Let's do 2 more. Let's hear 2 more. You guys are here, so I know you're committed to this.
I'll share.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Okay, so I want to be their business partner. I want to help them and to grow their business, for them to be successful. I want to be their partner in everything that they need and want, and make it happen for them. And I want them to be successful in their career and have fun with it, so that it's not just a job, that they really take it serious and want it. And I want the same back. I want, you know, the agents that are gonna love what they do and also, you know, be with and care about my company and want to grow the company and want the company to be successful and to treat the company as if their own, so that we're growing together.
I love that. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Who's next? One more person.
I can share mine.
Okay.
I'll be honest, mine's not as heartfelt as some of the others, and maybe I need to inject some of that. But the way we put together this value proposition really came from kind of seeing what was happening in our local market with other brokerages and those that come into the business and then those that go out. So we put together the economics of our offer is they just pay a subscription. So we don't take anything out of their transactions. We don't take anything out of any other fees. So it's just $4,500 a year, and then they get to keep 100% of their commission. So that's why, you know, the newer agent isn't necessarily our best prospect. That's why someone needs to be at least selling about $2 million a year for this to make sense to them, right? Because those new people or the people that aren't selling very much, they're not going to see, oh, I pay up front and then get to keep 100%. If they're not making any money, that doesn't make any sense to them, right? So that's the first part of it. The second part of it is we have lots of locations with our partnership with Regis, same thing as EXP, if you guys are familiar with what they did. So we have the same exact partnership that they do, so our agents can use any Regis office throughout the county or state or country, whatever it is. Technology, we offer them their own agent website for free. We have back office systems to handle their transactions, and blogging systems, and anything else they want as far as what they need as far as branding, they get that. We have a marketing team that will create everything basically personalized for them, or custom is the word I was looking for, or they are templated based stuff that they can easily create their own marketing flyers and that kind of thing with, or we'll just do it for them. And there's no extra for that. Coaching and training, we do weekly trainings that they can be in live for, or they're also recorded and put on our YouTube channel. And then we switched our coaching model to an on-demand model where they basically can reserve a spot anytime they want. They can actually have 3 coaching calls a week if they wanted to, because that's the model that if someone needs more support, they can get it. If they don't, they don't want to always have to wait every other week for a phone call with either me or one of our other coaches. It's going to be when they need it. And so it's actually been pretty good. And it's actually an eye-opener, those people that aren't taking advantage of it.
And those are a la carte options, right?
Well, I mean, they're all included, so they don't have to pay any extra for anything. So a la carte, yes, but at the same time, it's all there for them. And then lastly, it's like I said before, support from me, support from our managing broker, and then also support from our attorney that we have on staff if it actually gets to that level. So the same support that they would get at any other brokerage. And in my personal sense, I think it's better because I'm very much available all the time, be it text message or anything like that. At any time.
If you had, so there's two different types of brokerages that we are highly focused on this specific call. So yours, Mark, is more transactional, right? You're more hands off. We're going to provide all the goods for your transaction. If you want the extra stuff, we've got it, right? And then where like Rachel is saying, and Reed, like these are smaller brokerages. We want to build our businesses together. I build you, you build us. We are intertwined, right? So there's 2 different styles going on. However, you both need to know who your ideal agent is, right? Because Mark, if you're talking to, let's just say I'm a stay-at-home mom, real estate agent, who's really looking for someone who can just like have an adult conversation with me, right? Just hear me out and like just be on my same page for 5 minutes, and that's all I need. I'll give 50% of my commission for that because I'm a stay-at-home mom and I just need to talk to a grown-up, right? That's not, if I'm talking to you and you're like, keep 100% of your commission and don't call me unless you need me, that's not going to jive. But if I'm talking to Rachel, I would connect with her. However, if I'm a millennial, younger than myself, right, who grew up on an iPad and it has way more technology savvy than I am, okay? I'm gonna look for something that is more in relation to what Mark is offering, because, I'm a techie and I don't need that hand holding, and I've got my own thing going on over here. So, and I can go anywhere in the country and I travel, and I'm not a stay-at-home mom, so it's 2 different types of agents. So it's so important to know who is your ideal agent, which is
right.
The number one thing I want you to walk away with.
Of our actually, we get some background noise there. The last part of our offer, actually, agents can get all of their money back. So that $4,500 that they pay in, they can get it all back just by helping us grow the brokerage. So it's basically a referral situation. They get 10% per referral they bring in. So $4,500 someone pays, they get $450. You do that 10 times, you got your money back, right? So they can basically work here for free if they just help then grow the brokerage.
Yeah, you need a hustler. You need someone who's on fire, right? Like they're they're out there. They want to build their name. They're like, they want to light the world on fire. And so it's two different value propositions, two different ideal agents. And so I will send out the ideal agent avatar to you. And also, we do have some recruiting scripts that, does anybody here do regular script practice with any other brokers when it comes to recruiting or attracting talent?
I have, not regularly, but I have.
Is that something that anyone on this call is interested in setting up right now?
Yes.
So we need at least two.
To do it myself, it's all good.
Here's a coaching moment. If you're not, I'll guarantee your agents are not script and role playing either.
You know, I have a friend, I don't know if you guys know a guy named Jason Capital. He's a millennial coach kind of thing. But anyway, he has a saying that says, if you don't script, you don't care. So think about it that way.
We have a saying that says, you'd rather practice with your friends and colleagues than with your potential clients, right? Yep. So, Rachel, did you raise your hand and say I'm on board?
Yes, yeah.
All right, I like it. Cool. Anybody else? Reed? So what I'll do is send you each a private message after this so that you can connect with each other and do some script practicing, okay?
Great.
Okay, sounds great.
Awesome. That's all I have for you. Does anybody have questions for me? All right, well, I'll let you go. Have a great afternoon and a good weekend. We're going into the weekend now, so see you later.
All right, have a good one. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, everyone.